Welcome to the Human Design Festival.
Live in Sofia and online worldwide. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the virtual space of the Human Design Element. We are preparing here the International Human Design Festival, and again, we're with another lovely speaker today, and we are so excited to have you again, Hannele. Hi.
Hi, thanks for inviting me again. I'm loving being part of this. This is great. Thank you.
And we love to have you. And you have always such interesting topics. Like last time, it was the non-sexual side of the 59-6, and people really loved it and your perspective on that. So
That's
this
to
year,
hear.
you're bringing something new, and we're not going to disclose it just yet, but stay tuned, guys, and you will soon find out. Hey, so who's Hannele? For those who don't know you.
Oh my God, such a good question to a completely open G center. I am whatever I am in the moment, whatever environment makes me, I guess. I don't know,
Yeah.
maybe I'm 100 different characters. That's kind of what I feel.
And actually, since you started the topic of the Open G, how do you experience it actually? Do you enjoy it? Is there nervousness in
I love
changing
it.
your?
I would say that the G is my favorite center, definitely. I think because like I have no filters there, so it's completely open. So it's like a lot of stuff that I see and take in from others, but also like it's the center that holds everything together, you know, the whole program, the whole wheel, the construct of us as humans, you know. So it's like there's such a magic in this whole center. And that's what I see through it. It's just magic. It's magic of existence. So I'm loving it.
Mm.
I mean, I could
Yeah.
go very deep in that, but let's keep it short.
Yeah. But still, it's so interesting actually to I also have an undefined G, and it's just magical. I think I really enjoy it as well. So you're all the way in Finland.
I am still for now.
Do you have snow yet or not yet?
Actually, it snowed this morning. Uh,
Uh,
it's first time. I don't think it's gonna last. I think we're gonna have a quite dark winter, but yeah, I mean, I'm looking at leaving the place. It's not really my place. I'm a direct light person, so it gets really tough in the winter time here for me. So let's see how long I'm gonna be here.
yeah.
Things are on the move, so.
And just your kind of human design introduction a little bit, maybe you can share as from this perspective.
Uh, can you be more specific? Where do I go with this?
Like you're a generator and
Okay, so yeah, I'm a 3-5 generator, emotional. And
mm,
I began my journey in 2013. And so I've been in this experiment for a very long time. Uh,
mm,
and yeah, like really getting to see what a response is and how to basically how to navigate with others by respecting their aura, you know, knowing their types and even not knowing their types. Because I mean I'm kind of like a feeler. So I
mm,
feel of people what their auras are doing, and then I try to maneuver it accordingly. So my experiment is very much about like interaction with people, like whether I know their design or not. If I can get their design, I get it. But I like to you know, test people on, you know, does it work if I ask them questions, you know? Does it work if I inform them based on what I feel of their aura? So it's been such an interesting journey since I got to human design, because it's kind of added to this layer of like understanding people and understanding world through completely different perspective that makes you realize what this is about, you know? And you know, going back to the G center, I mean, one of the things that has become very obvious to me now that is everything's about love, right? So the G center is about love and direction. And now that we're moving to the 2027, and the times are changing, what I'm noticing is that people are returning into that self-love, or wanting to turn into self-love, and they need it. And what I do in my work, because I teach yoga and exercise, I basically teach love. So it's interesting for me because I meet a lot of people. They come to my classes, they come to talk to me, and I feel of their aura, like what they might be. Or I might be in a Y environment where there's a lot of people in my class, and I suddenly get a sensation that, oh, there's a manifester here, so I now have to speak in this way, you know?
Mhm.
And I speak like whatever I speak to them or whatever I teach them, I teach basically self-love, but in different formats. So it could be in format of yoga, it could be in format of indoor cycling or whatever, you know. And it's really like I love that because I really get to feel of people, you know, and I kind of see what they need and uh what their auras are doing. And then I don't know, like I'm a chameleon, so I just turn into whatever, and I'm a fifth line, so they project onto me. So it's like I just play a role, but ultimately I teach them love. And so that's kind of like been my journey over the last few years.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
And you are also with a person with one channel, the 59.6. So kind of to learn about that channel, you really need to see somebody who has only this. And it's really interesting. I love your presence, and yeah, feels very intimate, very fast.
I
I
want to say
can,
something about the 59.6 though, because it's interesting because it's a tribal channel, right? So there's an element of like tribal thing in it, but it's a Wa channel, you know?
yeah.
So I can see that my energy is best in a Wa setting, right? And if I'm in a tribal setting, which is more of a penta, it doesn't really work for me. But then I'm
Mm,
also really good with one-on-one because I think the 59.6 is very much because it's about intimacy, you know, it's about reproduction, all of that stuff. So there's really one-on-one thing. So now I'm thinking that the channel has, I mean, the six gate has all the waves in it, but either way, it's like it's a tribal channel, but it's a war channel, but it's also really good with like one-on-one. And I've heard a lot of people say that, you know, those who have the 59.6 can feel projector-like because, you know, we can
uh-huh.
penetrate into another and see them and feel them really deeply. So there's this quality of like, um, yeah, penetration or something. So it's an interesting channel because it can be very diverse in that way.
Yeah. And this year's festival slogan is being your element. So what is your element? What's your superpower, your groove?
Fire. You talk about elements, I go into IG elements, fire. Um,
Fire.
but yeah, really, I mean, this is something that, yeah, superpower, but I have the 30th gate as my personality sign, and it's the clinging fire. And in the elements, it's the fire. And I am very fiery. And I have this kind of quality of like burning shit down, you know. Um, so in a way, like, I guess I just bring the awareness in some way into things. And I mean, it's really difficult for me because I want to go to everywhere with this. Superpower. I don't know.
But
It's
you said
like
already.
it takes me on such a journey that I would talk for an hour, and I don't know if I have the energy to go there. So maybe I'll leave my superpower as yeah, I'm just a fire. That's my element.
Yeah.
I burn shit down. So that new things can born out of the ashes. Let's say it that way. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's very much in
My
tune with the
vision.
times, anyways. So maybe that is your element to kind of show what it is. Yeah.
Maybe. It's like, you know, the whole whole cycle changes. It's like everything needs to be burned down so that the phoenix can rise from the ashes. So there's an element of rebirth. I mean, it's in the 30.3 exaltation anyway, like it's about reincarnation and all of that karma. So I guess that's where my superpower lies to some degree. I just never know how it's gonna show up.
And how did you take the concept of mind when you met human design? Although a lot of modalities talk about that, but was it something? What did it install in you? Like, did it shock you? Did it make you relax?
So I think what if I look back now, I mean, I think what happened was that in the beginning there was no separation. You know, like there's a mind, there's a body, there's a construct of me, the not self, whatever. It's like it's all just one goo. And when you get to the experiment and you start to kind of like look at things through mechanics and change the way you make decisions, you begin to see the separation of the mind as a different entity, or the not self mind, to to your body, or let's say your higher self, or whatever you call it. So you begin to see the differentiation. And the longer you're in the journey, the bigger the gap becomes. So you become the observer in the middle, and then you get to see your mind, and then you get to see your body. So this separation started to happen, and it's like, to me, it was almost mystical, because there was no separation before. So it's like, it leads to a question that you asked me before, like, who is Hannele? Well, I don't know if I existed before my experiment, because I didn't see it, I mean, yeah, sure, I had feelings of, the I amness or something like that, or moments where I would be observer or feel something that felt like me, but I did not see the separation. And so now, like, okay, I can see that my mind is not me, it's never me. It's always a reflection of something else from the outside. I mean, I'm so open anyway, so most of me is a reflection from the outside anyway. But yeah, it's like it's helped me relax into my self-love, because now I see the different parts of me, and I can see what I can, or what I am identifying with, and what I'm not identifying with. I mean, that also fluctuates, but still. So yeah, it's brought relaxation for sure, and kind of like a deepening, but mostly the self-love aspect.
Yeah. So was there a before and after you met human design?
Of course, there's a clear like, for me, like when I had my first reading, I mean, it was a physical sensation. I felt like I was physically brought back to life, when I had my reading. There was a shift that happened in me. And the realization was really like, in my mind, it was like, oh, there's nothing wrong with me. I'm okay. That was the realization from my mind, but it was really a physical feeling in my body. It was almost like I dropped into here, and kind of like, oh, I'm here for the first time ever as myself, and my body feels relaxed in that. And it was a magical moment, because everything felt different. So there was definitely a before and after.
And if there is like one thing you would choose that was really helpful for you, or that really made a difference um, after meeting the system, what would it be? Or maybe one advice you would give to people how to deal with their mind, or yeah.
Well, I couldn't say that this would work for everybody, but I'm a fifth line and I like to universalize, so there's a potential that it might. But this is actually stolen from a projector friend who told me this when I was early in my process, but he kind of suggested to me, don't ever make a decision. And I started adapting to that because the mind is the one that wants to make a decision, but the mind is never here to make a decision because the decision happens within the body, and then the mind can only become aware of it after it's happened. I mean, that's for me as emotional, but I believe this is the same mechanism that happens with everybody. But obviously, with the sacral generator, the process is quicker or different, you know. But ultimately, when I settled into the idea that I'm not here to make decisions, and just allowing my body to do whatever it's doing or seeing what response it has, that freed me from everything. But it was hard, you know, because the mind is not used to that, and it gets insecure, and yeah, there's the conditioning that happens. But really, that was the experiment for me, because I realized that the decision is really a mental concept, you know. And even now I can make a decision, you know, but it doesn't mean it's going to happen. But now I can see it, like, okay, my mind just made that decision and it's fine. Like, I can let it go. This life happens on a different dimension to my mental understanding of things.
Mm. Okay, guys, so if you resonate to Hannele and you would like to hear more, and maybe also in connect with all of the lovely speakers we have during the festival, would you like to join us and be together, explore, experiment, embody, and just be? We would love to have you, and cannot wait to for January. Although I like the waiting, gives so much possibility for just enjoying the frequency and the awe and the surprise of what's coming. And yet, January really inspires me. So it would be a great month, although it's the coldest in our country. But yeah, the festival will warm up our hearts. So you're really welcome to join. And Hannele, it was so nice to catch up with you. And really looking forward to your offering in
Thank
January.
you. Me too.
Actually, it's already in February because, yeah, it's going to be on the last day, which is the 2nd of February. But yeah, so nice to have you again and to connect. I really love your energy and I really resonate with you. So
Thank you.
it's a pleasure always.
For me as well.
Mm. Okay, guys, see you soon. Bye for now. Would you like to join us?
And truly be in your element.